Welcome, 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 human and divine. Welcome to 111 Days with Mary Jo, Align and Shine, day 79. 79, 79, woohoo! So I invite you into your breath, your beautiful breath of life, of oxygen, of life force energies, breathing the good deep breath, the rhythmic breath. And exhaling out through the mouth, letting the shoulders go. Let it all go. Let it all flow and let it all glow. Let it all go, let it all flow, let it all glow. And that's pretty much the equation right now. Releasing resistance to what is. Coming into harmony and coherence. Harmonizing body, mind, and soul. And relaxing the nervous system into a new story, a new energy, frequency, way of beingness that enjoys life, truly enjoys the moment through presence. I am presence. I am here. I am here and present with whatever is arising and moving through me without resistance. And as I be that for myself, I become the invitation through the resonance of my field, my energetic field, my crystalline field, my light body field, through this physicality. That's what's resonating, that permission slip into coherence, into allowing, the permission slip that all is well. And as I calibrate that, as we each calibrate that through our nervous system, we become the walking meditation of permission. Permission to relax. Permission to truly be seen and witnessed and heard in the depth of our beingness. To meet one another in presence. And to giggle at this amazing dance of life, this amazing magnificence of creation that we have awoken up into and remembered, become conscious of our consciousness, woken up out of the default, the unconscious, the subconscious, where we believed we were the actors on the stage. When we awaken up to realize that we are the light that is projecting through this projector onto the screen of reality. And yes, as Shakespeare said, we're all but actors on the stage of life, awakening to remember, to put down the old stories that do not serve any longer because the soul is exhausted and tired and just doesn't want to play those old games and old storylines. We've done them enough. Putting down that old earth suit, so to speak, and allowing the emergence of the new earth vision, new earth frequency to emerge through us as focal points of consciousness of all that is. Allowing, no resistance, harmonizing the dualities, the inner conflict. That's the invitation, so that we can be that conduit between, called heaven and earth. We can be remembered, we can create and remember that heaven is earth, earth is heaven. There is no separation, just a perception, A game of perception, a game of frequency, experience, forgetfulness, awakening, remembrance, from separation, perception of separation, back into unity and wholeness again. Remembering that it's all inside of us. It's all what we perceive external is actually a reflection of our energy. Thus, it's an inner game. And when we make those internal shifts, the outer shifts. As we come into greater coherence and alignment within us, the outer world starts to synchronize, and opportunities and synchronicities show up. And yeah, it takes a lot of trust and surrender and it's a dissolution, but like softening of the ego, believing that it's driving the vehicle, that it's in control, and mostly it's the softening of the attachment to the identity, the identifications, all the stories. Really, that's what's softening. That's what's dissolving. That's what's dissolving. The ego has its place as an interface between this physical realm and the soul, the energetic. However, it's here to go for the ride, for the experience, and to allow life to happen and to move through, allow the different energies and emotions and experiences without the old resistance. So upgrading the system, upgrading the bodies, the nervous system, calibrating through a new storyline. And so, in my storyline, on this beautiful Sunday afternoon here in New Zealand, I get to have a beautiful glass of yummy wine. And I just get to rest and be. And I just get to flow with what my body feels like it needs. Or just what feels, most alive for me right now. As I continue to, get used to, or how's it was become comfortable, become familiar, become comfortable, become surrendered with greater consistency of trust and allowing that this is the new normal. The new normal is my human ego isn't in control and doesn't need to micromanage myself or anyone else. Oh, we've got some sandflies here. I am free of all irritation. Still working on that one. That's So, that's me. Imperfectly perfect, perfectly imperfect. And my wish for whoever will watch this in whatever time, space, reality, dimension is that you'll feel the resonance of the energies behind my words and the spaces between my words, and that something will resonate in your beingness, even if your mind can't quite follow the words and understand. And also just be aware that often we're guided to receive information, whether through books or videos or conversations, that actually can be just a little preempt to give us some insight, and then later on we may be going through certain experiences, and then it gives us a reference to, oh, okay, that's what she was talking about. I'm not going crazy. um so supposedly all of this is natural. All of this craziness is natural. If we're crazy, it's all natural. And the obsessive control and the obsessive proving our worth and performing for approval and acceptance and validation and earning and survival and all of that stuff apparently is not natural. it's not it's not the deepest truth of who we are. It was a fun game to play, and yeah, it's not so fun anymore. I've said that so many times. It's like certain elements, like hustle, for example, just how much my soul, my beingness is not interested in the hustle culture. Just no interest. I find it, my nervous system, my body just finds it just exhausts me, because that pressure, that push is just not what, yeah, it just doesn't work basically. And it's not fun. It's just not fun. It's not fun to my soul. What is fun, however, right now, my highest joy is this glass of wine and some guacamole and some chips I have here, and sitting out feeling the sun, even those sandflies nibbling at my feet. Well, thankfully they're not there anymore. And just listen to the birds and the simplicity of beingness. And I'm so grateful that I have the spaciousness to just receive this moment. And yeah, feeling pretty surrendered and pummeled. My body feels kind of pummeled in a way, metaphorically, energetically, to, yeah, just surrender and allow and trust. And that's my invitation to you, as a reflective mirror of resonance, of breath, of allowing, of being present here and now. I am present here and now, embodied, breathing, sensing, being, receiving life, putting down the old beliefs and patterns and conditions of needing to strive to earn from a place of not enoughness or pressure or performance. As I continue to be on this journey of being, alignment, and shining my light, shining from that resonance, the inner radiance, which is not here to prove anything or disprove anything, just to be, just to be, just to be. No attachment to the outcome, no attachment to the algorithm, the metrics, just trusting. I make these videos on my Substack, and their system, they choose which parts of the video becomes the stories on YouTube, my YouTube channel, Divine Love Ambassador. You may be seeing it there. Hi. And I just trust it. I trust it. I just let it go, because this is really easy. It's simple. I get to show up, press my Substack, get some headings, titles, feel into it, just show up and transmit whatever is here to transmit in raw, unedited, unscripted authenticity of beingness, and just trust, and then let go, and then post my video, schedule it for whatever time. I like picking the 555 or the 808 or the 909, 1111. I put out 2 videos yesterday, 77 and 78, at I think it was 111 and 1111. So that was fun. That was fun and interesting. So yeah, simplicity. It's the simple master, being here now in presence, in love, in honor, in respect, in deep knowingness that all is well. Truly all is well. Even when the mind thinks it's not, even when the mind gets its knickers in a knot, and the emotions are tender, which I've had plenty of those, as I receive another opportunity to feel and to surrender and to allow and to expand and to remember. To reclaim another aspect of myself in conscious awareness, to have that integrated into the whole self. Nothing is wasted in consciousness. Nothing is wasted in consciousness. There is no mistakes. Sure, we may go round and round the roundabout of life experiences, of patterns, and get stuck on there for longer than we need to, as within our humanness and our ego attachments and dramas and avoidance and all the dynamics that play out in this human realm that we call normal, that has been normal. Certainly, that's changing. Certainly in my world, and I'm guessing whoever sees this video, whether now or in the future, is either you're moving through it, or this, you're being guided to watch this as a preparation just to give a sense of, a sense of, reference, you know, comfort, because I know I've certainly needed it. I'm so grateful for being guided to the resources that I needed to remind me that I wasn't going crazy, to remind me that this is natural, to remind me that, yeah, the intensity, the conflict, ah, and to get me to laugh, to help me lighten up, to release the energy, so it wasn't getting stuck in the mental and emotional place of, yeah, confusion and overwhelm, and the mind that wants to understand everything. And truly, I'm learning again, or I'm relearning or re-remembering again how important it is to just not need to understand everything. There's a place for that, of course. It's a fun game. However, more than the analysis, which, of course, there's always more questions and can create paralysis, is just to feel, is just to be here now, and to feel and allow and breathe and feel the feet on the earth. Yeah. To let go into the experience of the now with trust and surrender, and hand it over, hand it over. Hand it over to source, hand it over to God, hand it over to your angels, your higher self, the doubts, the whatever seems too much. Because, there's definitely, there's a humility in all of this for the personality, the ego self of, I don't know. I fucking don't know. The human ego me does not know, does not have the answer. However, that part gets to hand it over to source, the living intelligence that moves through all of life, that grows the trees, flies the bees, even these little sandflies right now, and to be carried, to be held, to be guided. And really, that's our job. That's our human job, is to actually let go and surrender and allow ourselves to be guided, and to lean inwards into that, to trust inward into that, to develop a relationship within ourselves that feels aligned and resonant, respectful and honoring and guided and coherent, loving and kind and generative and alive. Yeah. And we get to move in the world with that frequency, that energy, that consciousness. Yeah. And it's one thing to speak these words, it's another thing to live it. And I am certainly on that journey with you, with me, with all that is. And so it is. Namaste, Slánse, to your health. If you're not familiar with Slánse, Irish word for cheers, or to your health. So I leave you with that. Slánse.